What is good, my bravness? Before we get into this playthrough of Danganronpa Lapse, I would like to warn you that my commentary contains spoilers from the canon series, including 1 Trigger Happy Havoc, 2 Goodbye Despair and V3 Killing Harmony. However, if you want to check it out for yourself as a standalone, the download link will be in the description. Shout out to Mithridat for creating this project. As for the rest of you, watch me be totally wrong about everything. Enjoy.
The mini menu is located at the bottom of the screen. Right click to quickly access. Okay, thank you very much for the... Wait, do I just admit? The heart of a man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, tides, and its depths. It has its pearls too. Ooh. Oh. Is that a phone? I mean, no kidding, but, what is that sound? What is that sound indeed? Hello, are we gonna pick it up, maybe? Okay. Okay, hotel room kind of vibe. Oh, an alarm. I open my heavy eyelids into an unfamiliar room. Oh. Guess I was asleep. But where am I? This isn't my room. I turn my head the right to see a small old-fashioned alarm clock on the nightstand. The time read 7:30. 7:30 in the morning or evening? I reached over to stop the alarm when suddenly I felt a dull pain in the back of my head. Ow! I sat up from the bed to rub my head and shut off the alarm. The pain subsided quickly, and it was then that I'd fully take in my surroundings. I found myself in a comfortable room. Soft lighting rested against the warm-colored walls. The future was devoid of any furniture, devoid of any dust or dirt, and the bed itself was extremely plush. An unassuming painting hung just above my head. It's a forest. Alright, fun. I scooted from the center of the bed, kicked my feet out from under the covers, and began perusing the room of its amenities. A roomy closet, a small writing desk in the corner, and a single bathroom. It was overall a rather luxurious room without seeming overly elegant in its design. This room is comfortable enough, but how on earth did I get here? Am I imagining this? Oh, I hope I didn't hit my head. There was a bit of pain earlier, wasn't there? I went to the bathroom, turned the cold tap, and let my cupped hands fill with the crisp water before splashing my face. Alright, that's us. The chill snapped my senses awake as I took a moment to collect myself. As far as I can tell, at least I'm in one piece. I noticed my everyday coat was on a hanger behind me. I pulled the coat on and adjusted myself. Okay. It wouldn't hurt to recall the basics. Alright, intro time. Alright. Your name is Echo Pine. I'm a student at Carmine Institute, coming toward the end of my final year. My best friend is Ashley? The last thing I remembered was seeing my best friend Ashley off all the day as she went to take care of her horses. Were we from the countryside? Ashley, I wonder if she made it home alright. I admit I was a little less thorough in making sure she made it to her house that late afternoon, but I'm sure she's alright. Oh, I hope? I racked my brain thinking about that evening. The last thing we remember. Is this Ashley? Alright, thanks for the lift. And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving even though it's sprained. It's no problem at all. Besides, my ankle is almost done healing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. I'm just worried since I can't walk you to the door. I want to see if Applejack was in a petting mood tonight. Well, how's this right there? You don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll make sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you. Alright, thanks. Night, Ash. Good night, Echo. I left the car in park and watched as Ashley crossed the lawn. I declined putting any strain on my left ankle since it was still recovering from a sprain, but I remained vigilant. Her porch light wasn't on, so as she got closer to the house, she faded into the evening shadows. I waited a few more minutes until I heard her front door close. Okay, time to get back. I shifted back into drive and let the wheels crawl before accelerating. Upon my slow graze across the gravel, I didn't see her living room light turn on. I was worried, but I was certain I heard her front door close. Was I really certain, though? I remember clearly driving off. What's going on? Nothing. Suddenly, a darkness welled up inside me. Was I in this strange, unknown, remote location because I didn't make sure my friend was safe in her home? Did I get arrested? No, that would be absurd. Those two things can't be linked together just because I was less cautious than usual. I combed through the room once more and realized I didn't have any of my personal possessions on hand or in the room itself. No phone to call Ashley to make sure she's okay. Sure, there was an ancient landline service in the room, but I didn't know where I was to begin with. I started to panic. I had to get out of here. I got so caught up in both my head and unprovoked fear that I threw the door open with full force, nearly hitting the person just outside. Ooh, who was it? What? Ash? Echo? It was strange. The very friend I thought I suffered a consequence for not making sure they made it home safe was standing right in front of me for some inexplicable reason. You're okay. Ashley Westbridge, a dear old friend of mine. She's what some people call a horse girl, which seems like a vague thing to call someone who just happens to tend to equines. And a reverent thought aside, yeah, of course I'm okay. But what about you? You're as pale as a ghost. I just got a little worked up is all. I woke up in this unknown place and I thought it was because I didn't see your lights go on in your house before I drove off. I rattled off the thoughts that stirred my fears just moments ago. Echo, it's okay. You don't have to worry about a thing. I made it home to take care of Hyperion, all in one piece. I was just a little tired is all, so I went straight to the stables behind the house and took the back door entrance. Didn't we hear the front door though? What's going on there? Or maybe I'm overthinking it. Sorry I worried you. Ashley wrapped me in a big familiar hug, and I immediately felt calm. Thanks, Ash. I know I shouldn't get so worked up about stuff like that, but sometimes I just can't help it. You know, one thought led to another, and I just jumped to the worst possible conclusion. Echo, you don't need to fret so much. You'll make yourself sick with worry. However, I can totally understand where your worry might come from, especially in this scenario. Just, where are we? Yeah, that is the question. With my mind and heart at ease, I discussed the situation with Ashley. I told her that I woke up not long ago thanks to the provided alarm clock, and her experience was just the same. She too felt the dull pain of a lingering headache upon awakening. She too felt a brief moment of confusion due to the unknown setting. I couldn't find any of my possessions in my room. I tried to find my phone to call you, but no luck. I don't have anything of note in my room either. I don't have any of my things with me, like my satchel or phone. It's odd. Although there aren't any answers to the obvious questions like, how did we get here, where are my things, etc, etc, I strangely feel comfortable here. I think it might be that super plush bed. Not gonna lie, I'd really like that back home. We laughed among ourselves and decided to explore what seemed to be some sort of mansion. I still felt uneasy, but thanks to seeing a familiar face, I felt a little safer. I closed my room door behind me, noticing there was a plaque that was adorned with the symbol of my high school. Looking further down the hall, the various other door plaques shared the same features. I spotted Ashley's right away as well. It seems her room was just adjacent to mine across the hall. It looks like there are other students here as well. Other plaques with school emblems, I'm assuming. It seems that way. Although, I haven't ran into anyone yet. Not literally like you, of course. Very funny. The hall interior was all very ornate, with dark wood lining the walls and candle sconces lighting the path. Dark wood floor was covered in a thick woven rug that created a path toward an opening in the hallway. I think I can hear some others down the hall. Ashley took the lead as we curiously walked through the hall, taking in the ambiance as we gazed at the miscellaneous paintings of nature that hung on the wall. The sound of lively conversation grew louder as we approached the connecting room. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Fonse. Sure enough, there were 3 other people having a lively chat in the foyer. Foyer? Hey, you two. Good of you to make it. I was wondering how many other people were going to come around. You could just count how many doors with plaques there are in the living quarters hallway. Nah, I'm not attentive enough for something like that. I'll just figure it out from how many of you I meet up with. You're awfully carefree, aren't you? Yes, because I have good company with you lovely folks. Oh, flattering. Oh, come on, what's with the cold shoulders? I'm just here to have a good time. The person with the hat continued preoccupying his less than willing company with this lively conversation. I quietly took in the atmosphere of the foyer before approaching the group. The main clearing was huge. It featured a shiny white marble floor extending into the 2 spiral staircases on either side of its circular walls. An elevator resided in the center of the wall, opposite from the front door. Ooh. A beautiful grand chandelier hung from the center of a marble ceiling, just above a modest table at ground level. The wooden table itself was rather bare, only containing a decorative flower vase and a very polite note printed on medium-grade cardstock. Thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. Please make your welcome official by signing in utilizing the bracelets that have been provided. Oh. Simply tap the bracelet to the digital kiosk that is located at the foot of the stairs. Oh, okay. I lift my left wrist to see the bracelet in question. It was a light, simple thing, a rose gold plate with my name on it strung onto a bracelet with a small chain of the same color. I hadn't even noticed it until now. It's pretty innocuous, eh? Ashley was admiring hers just as I did. Her bracelet hung on her right wrist, just above her own wood cuff bracelet. I looked over at the other students' wrists as well, and they all had the same thing, albeit presumably with their own names. What's the purpose of these things anyway? Rather than get absorbed in wondering about the small decoration, I decided to join in small conversation. Hello there. Have you three already scanned your bracelets? Yes, we've all convened here just a few minutes ago. I would recommend you scan your bracelets on the kiosk as well, since it grants access to rooms after the welcome. Oh, well then, don't mind if I do. I went over to the aforementioned kiosk that was nestled strangely within the luxurious decor. The kiosk displayed a simple map of the first floor layout by default. The foyer led to 4 locations: the living quarters, the dining hall, the study, and the theatre. Okay, interesting. I held my wrist up close to the screen and then quickly detected my bracelet, displaying a sparse summary of information, my name and a profile picture. Hello. Thank you for signing in. You may now roam the first floor freely. Your bracelet corresponds to your room and your room alone. They are paramount to keeping your personal room and its belongings safe. Please take care of it. Please make yourself comfortable with all the given accommodations, and once again, welcome. The screen went to the original map screen as it was before I scanned my bracelet. I stepped aside to let Ashley sign in as well, and in the meantime got to introducing myself to the other students. Hey there, I'm Echo Pine, and this is my friend, Ashley Westbridge. Nice to meet you all. Likewise, I'm Archer Campopiano? But just art is perfectly fine. Missy Vesper, the pleasure is all mine. Kanon Ota. Okay, the only one with a Japanese name so far. Have you all met before? That would be a negative. Nothing like making new friends though, right? Kanon said nothing, instead letting out a loud sigh with absolutely no subtlety in hiding her annoyance towards Art's enthusiasm. I see. Okay, so it's just the 5 of us so far. That said, you mentioned you two are acquainted? Oh yeah, we were pen pals in summer before high school started, and we just became close over time. That's quite endearing. Thank you? I didn't expect that kind of answer from Missy. Maybe she's the type to secretly cry at romantic movies. Well, if we're all signed in, why don't we visit the dining hall? I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel tea is in order after waking up. I'm in favor of that idea. I'd like to explore afterwards as well. Yeah, I wonder who else we're going to run into. This is exciting! Missy walked briskly toward the dining hall, which was just opposite of the living quarters hall when we entered the foyer. I did not pay attention to the map, but I'll take your word for it. Art followed quickly after, which just left Kanon back in the giant clearing. I'll explore at my own pace, thank you. Oh, okay. I suppose we'll see you later? With a curt and a definitive statement, Kanon made her case clear, saying that she was going to stay put in the foyer. Ashley and I followed the other two into the dining hall, leaving Kanon to her business. There's always one of them who likes to be separate from the rest of the group. Probably untrusting of us, this is a weird situation. The dining hall was rather small and intimate. A single long woodcraft table and modest chandelier created the centerpiece. A black marble fireplace with a natural painting hanging just above decorated the far wall. The table setting bore 16 chairs, 14 on each side and 2 on the heads of the table. The table was already decorated with light accessories. Candelabra, small vases of flowers, and an encyclopedia about ships. Are we on one, maybe? The room itself was connected to a small kitchen, one with the usual kitchen staple appliances, an oven, refrigerator, yada yada yada. Sorry, I was reading that list, but... A small storehouse pantry was off to the side, with nothing of readily edible interest to the common person. Whoa, this place is super loaded, huh? Art made a beeline for the two side rooms, poking in and out of the dining hall between the pantry and kitchen. Missy, on the other hand, gazed slowly around the dining hall itself. It's a very fine setting, but not so much that it feels oppressively high-end. Yep, everything looks to be in order for a good meal. Art finally stopped pacing around and sat at one of the seats, kicking his feet up on the table as he looked around the room. Missy noticeably shook her head at the action. Where is everyone? This place seats like a bunch of people, but there are only 5 of us. I wonder if no one else woke up yet. Oh no, let me do the 11. Okay, where are the other 11? Come on. Maybe others will ignore their alarms? Some people like to sleep in and all. I approached the natural painting above the fireplace, admiring the soft colours and brushwork. As I stood in front of it, the painting faded out to reveal what looked to be an emblem? Oh, freaky. Following the display of the emblem screen, an announcement came from the overhead speakers within the room. The voice, silvery and modulated. I'm not sure how to do that. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a lovely stay. Feel free to utilize the kitchen to your heart's content, or if you are unable to, you may use the automated cook feature by tapping your bracelet onto the kitchen's digital kiosk and selecting a meal. Or if neither of those suits your particular taste, you may consult your group's ultimate level kitchen hand. Oh, the emblem disappeared, returning the screen to its initial artwork display. But what did that mean? What's an ultimate level kitchen hand? I turned to ask one of the other students, but it looked like Art had already figured it out. Or rather, figured something out. Whatever he started going on about made no sense to me. Oh, I get it. This is a safe house a private group provided for us since we signed up for the preservation project. What? You signed up to be here? Yeah, of course. If I guessed correctly, we all seem to be ultimate students. There's some serious ultimate vibes in this room, don't you think? Yes, that seems to be the case. What's an ultimate student? Huh? Don't tell me you don't know! Oh man, what are you even doing here? That's what I'd like to know. Ultimate students are typically high school students that super excelled in their field of expertise. They are often scouted by groups with various intentions, virtuous or nefarious. They will often have a focused set of skills that makes their abilities desirable to certain people, and with good reason. If there's a talent you can think of, there's probably an ultimate student out there that'll knock your socks off with their amazingness. So you're saying everyone here is super talented? You're kidding, right? You've been walking around this whole time with Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey, and you didn't even know. Ah, right, horses, duh. Ultimate jockey? I don't really talk about my talent outside my usual day-to-day. I've heard of Ashley Westbridge's accomplishments. She can wrangle just about any horse and ride them to victory. It's quite impressive to be able to tame such creatures, and any variety nonetheless. However, I read that you excel best with your main partner, Hyperion, a Pinto Tractor? Wow, a lot of googling I have to do. Oh boy, I didn't realize my achievements were so widely regarded. It's a little embarrassing hearing others remark upon them. Even so, I looked over to Ashley, who, despite the sudden grandeur, looked as modest as ever. Honestly, I just thought you were a typical horse girl. I don't know whether to find that humbling or insulting to my talent. I do not know about this. Ashley held the title of Ultimate Jockey, huh? I was curious to know what that implied. I never knew her to be particularly eccentric when it came to her lifestyle at the stables. For how long during our friendship did she have that title? Oh, enough about me. What about you two? I admit, I really can't put a talent to either of your names. Well, the art dude is probably something to do with art, but that's probably a bit too literal. Missy, honestly, I can't really tell. I didn't really look. I'm just... We'll see. Okay, with this newfound knowledge of the situation, I was curious to learn about the other students here. Let's see, as interesting as their designs seem to be, I can't really... I got no guesses so far, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, let's just go top to bottom. Art Campo Piano. Your name is Art, right? May I ask what your talent is? Because I don't have a clue. The Ultimate Golfer. Okay, obviously couldn't get your talent out of your name. Don't go by names. Alright, Ultimate Golfer. Cool. Alright. I'll never miss my mark. The total holes in one all day, every day, baby. How do you manage that? I don't know, I can't stand having to put more energy into extra strokes, so I make the first and last one count. What kind of reasoning was that to become a pro golfer? That's an interesting way to go about it. I can't even imagine being able to control the club like that. It took a lot of practice for sure. I used to golf a lot with my grandpa, so it was all good fun back in the day, so I guess I never really thought about it as work, you know? I've flubbed a few times, sure, but who doesn't? Art seems to take a lot of pride with his title. It's admirable. Missy Vesper. Maybe something to do with a bike? What those individual groups or institutions do with the students is beyond me. I've not heard many stories of success or failure from anyone who's had the luxury of being accepted. In any case, don't take much stock in the title is all I'm saying. Wait, what title? Did I miss something? Okay. I have to admit though, I am rather curious of the titles now that the subject has been brought up. The Ultimate Tactician. Oh yeah. Well, I did get the vibe that she was smart, but I thought that might be... Oh. Ultimate Tactician! Hello. Tactician, like battle tactics? No, it's more like political campaign tactics and strategies. The less interesting of the two people usually think of. I've been at the forefront of numerous political campaigns and battles, many of which I've been employed to strategize against by opposing forces. Aren't you basically manipulating the winner outcome then? The choice is not mine, but the people's. I simply put the message out, framing it in the most self-beneficial way possible for each side. I think political campaigns can be interesting. But wouldn't Ultimate Campaign Manager be a more appropriate title? No, I'm not the one who came up with the title. That's probably gonna be important, but this is beyond me right now. I see. Missy seems to be a very self-assured person who doesn't seem to care much for the extravagance an ultimate title implies. Such captivating talents! I'd love to watch one of your games, Art. It's nothing. I bet horse racing is much more interesting. Indeed, your feats of athleticism are quite impressive. Yeah, I admit it's hard to imagine. You were ultimate this entire time. It's really not such a big deal, Echo. Honestly, the whole ultimate student thing feels a tad blown out of proportion. Sensing Ashley was done with praise, I shifted the topic. Well, now that we're all acquainted, why don't we look around some more? Looks like there's more to be seen upstairs, but we only have access to the first floor, don't we? Oh yes, it was a pleasure talking to you two. Don't be a stranger, we can explore together. Art's echoing voice sounded through the dining hall. What now, dude? Oh man, the kitchen features are cool! What's this? What'd you do? On second thought, I might keep an eye on Art for a while. I'm sure he won't mind the company. Alright, we'll see you around. Ashley and I stepped out of the dining hall into the foyer once more. Kanon didn't stay for long. The foyer was devoid of her presence. Where to? Indeed. There are stairs going up, but I think we should check out the entirety of this floor first. I was thinking the same thing. Why don't you pick where we go next? Sure, the other locations are the study and theatre. Alright, top to bottom it is. Let's go to the study. Alright. The study was cramped. Encyclopedias that filled to the ceiling covered an abundance of subjects, ranging anywhere from medical to athletic. There was a small office corner provided for studying the times in relative ease. Another digital kiosk stood off to the side, showing a searchable list of books in the study. Ashley observed the kiosk curiously as they gawked at the variety of reading materials stuffed in the shelves. Wow, this equestrian encyclopedia was published only 2 years ago. I have an old version, so this could be really interesting. You would be excited about that. Now that you know I'm the ultimate jockey, it all makes sense? No, you're still the same old horse girl I know, just with a fancy title. There were 2 other students taking residence in the library, one meekly hiding in the corner and the other calmly leafing through their book of choice. Ooh. I guess this is the person on the left. Hello. I approached the meek student standing in standing in one of the darker corners of the study. Hey there! Sorry to spook you, I was just going around meeting everyone. I'm Echo Pine. I was dragged out of my room by that guy over there. He's evil. I peered over at the aforementioned person, who just looked to be calmly inspecting the rows of books. Fine, he didn't drag me out. I ran into him when I was wandering around. I just wanted to be alone in the study. She shot me a troubled glance after admitting her lie. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? Me? I'm Seikono. I'm a watchmaker. Would you then be by chance the ultimate watchmaker? Oh shoot, I didn't guess. I guess you could say that. I mean, you've got some nice jewellery on you, that's what I knew. What I saw. Okay, but watches it is. I just tinker with watches and stuff. They go for really high prices apparently, but I don't particularly care for the money. Interest. Watchmaker. Someone once offered me 3 luxury cars for a single what is one person going to do? I mean, I guess... Never mind, sorry. You must have some very well-admired craftsmanship. I guess so, but... I can't even drive. What was I going to do with 3 cars? Yeah, exactly. She clammed up and awkwardly turned back around to face the bookshelf corner. I didn't want a prize, so I just left her alone. Alright. I'm guessing this student was actually minding their own business. It's just the other Cornwall just didn't want any company. The green-haired student noticed me approaching him and deftly flipped his book shut with one hand, giving me his full attention. Ooh, cool. Good morning. I immediately felt that attention to be palpable from his focused gaze alone. Are you finding everything alright? The study has quite a pleasant atmosphere, wouldn't you agree? Yes. It's very well accommodated. The study as well as the rest of the facility are all nicely prepared. Indeed, you could spend days in this well-kept study, enriching your mind in regards to whatever subject your heart desires. Okay, wait. Oh my gosh. Yeah, nothing's coming to me, but yeah, I guess this guy is like really calm so far. Nothing seems to faze him. Doesn't that sound like an inviting prospect? I don't see why not. A location for ultimate students should be in peak condition, right? This preservation project situation seems to be equipped for comfort. Ah, so you've been made aware of the preservation project. Well, why else would I be here? At least that's what they made it out to be. What do I know about this? What? He hesitated, as if chewing meticulously on his next statement. Chewing? Okay, no. Interesting word choice so far. Do you have an ultimate talent? Not that I know, but let's see what we know. If I'm being honest, I'm not even sure what my talent is, considering this situation seems to revolve around it. Everyone I've met so far has some kind of title. I admire your candor. Who knows? You might have some innate skills that you personally think are average. I think that's a lot of people so far, yes. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. You think so? I feel pretty ordinary and I've never been the center of mass attention for anything in particular. The skill might just require a specific habitat, so to speak. Luckily, this appears to be the ideal place and social environment for expanding upon such hidden abilities. I apologize. However, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Whatever underlying passion or talent you have is for you, and you alone to enjoy. That's reassuring. I feel like I've stumbled into something out of my league with so many skilled students. If you don't mind my asking, what's your ultimate talent? It's hard to describe. I'm called the ultimate charisma. Oh my god. That's it? Are you serious? Whatever, dude. Cyrus, why? Oh my god, your name is like, what is it called? A palindrome? Cyrus Surik? Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Cyrus. Ultimate charisma. Okay. Nice to meet you. Oh, the sparkles, let's go. Back at you, a pleasure. Oh my god, I didn't really quite understand the implication of his title, but I could feel a sort of alluring presence to him. I suppose that's what charisma is. Ooh. After meeting with the 2 others in the study, Ashley and I chatted about the other students. Alright, give the whole spiel. We met Say and Cyrus. A watchmaker and charismatic person, respectively. I suppose one could become talented at improving their characteristics if they wanted to. Could be similar to managing a brand, perhaps? Maybe. Regardless, they seem nice enough. Yeah, Sam seems sweet, if not a little short. I think they're like an ultimate introvert. On the side. Let's go to the theatre next. Ooh. Ashley and I walked across the hallways to our next location, the theatre. The theatre was something to behold. Although it was a fairly intimate scene with few rows of seats and a medium-sized stage, it still had an air of elegance thanks to the decor. The rich red velvet curtains glowed underneath the gaze of a bright spotlight. The stage itself was occupied by 3 students who seemed to be having a heated discussion. Oh, what is this? Oh! You really want to stand by that theory? Hey, to each their own. I'm not knocking you for not thinking the obvious. Settle down, please. Absolutely not! I have no intention of changing my view for this scoundrel! Jeez, scoundrel, that's cold, especially to a stranger. You two don't need to get so heated about something like this. It's an important matter between 2 strongly opinionated people. So we agree on that matter. Maybe I should cut in? What's going on? What's going on here? The 3 turn around, surprised, presumably from not being able to see me at the unlit foot of the stage. Need you ask such a foolish question? We are discussing the dire and apparently questionable existence of this! The white-haired student crouched down to reveal a painting that was turned away from the audience. It was a framed picture of what looked like ink blot art. Ah! The Figurine! If you know, you know, I'm not saying anything else. Oh, I see! You're trying to figure out what the painting is! Yes, and what do you see? The Figurine bar, let's go! I stared at it for a moment, but looked up at the 2 patiently in all seriousness, waiting for my answer. Wait, 2? Are there 3? Never mind, sorry. I'm getting caught up. Oh my gosh, playing a game blind. Oh. I'll have to think about it. No immediate answer. I felt his judging eyes pierce my soul. It's a dog. Not everything has to be a dog. It's clearly an elephant. Okay, I did not see an elephant. I'm guessing the white-haired dude here is like something. I don't know. He just seems to always have to one-up that kind of thing. That's my vibe so far. Just a different 4-legged animal. The conversation is indeed pretty heated. I might have better luck if I just talk to them individually. Can you break them away from the conversation? Alright, let's see if I'm right about the white-haired student. I didn't say a particular talent, but... Oh, there's a butterfly! Okay, maybe something to do with... I can't really tell what this orange thing on his scarf is. We'll see. Sorry. I mean, I would like to guess, but like, I obviously don't want to keep getting caught up in theories that may or may not be confirmed in the future, so we'll just move on. I'm sorry. I do not know how to approach this wine. I visited the white-haired student on the stage. Ooh, okay. So about the painting. I think I do see the... Are you... Oh no. Sorry. I make too many Figurine jokes, but I'm pretty sure it's a dog. I guess we're just trying to appease him though, so whatever. No need to feign understanding. I am quite self-assured that the painter's intention was to illustrate an elephant as abstract as it... Oh, it's abstract! Duh! I see! What would I know, right? I stared at a painting a bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into becoming what he claimed was the true subject. Where's the trunk, man? Oh, actually, wait. I think I can kind of see a trunk. It's a bit of a stretch, though. Yeah, if I squint, maybe. I'm not sure if my cursor shows up on the screen, but, I think bit of a stretch. I have to really squint to make it work though. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Oh come on, I see the dog. Like the dog's face. It's like black and white. Maybe with a little bow tie. Again, I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, but... Anyway, so, do you have an eye for this kind of thing? An eye for abstract... art. Ahime, my friend? What language is it? I am not an ultimate artist. I'm the ultimate opera singer? I mean, yeah, I guess opera singers are like... stereotypically speaking, like, over the top. I guess that's fitting then. Oh, lovely. I do not have to shoot. Okay, wait, let me see the log. Okay, thank you. L1. Alas. Or is it... I'm sorry. Ultimate opera singer, alas. Although there is a rhetoric stating that the idea that the... I guess he was just talking really fast. I guess that was the joke. Okay, because I swear I did not press anything. Rhetoric stating that the idea that the author is dead. What are we even talking about? So my interpretation is just as valid. Oh, okay, I guess you're saying we can't confirm. Since interpreting is an art form as well, therefore what I do as a performer could be an extension of that rhetoric. Being as I am encompassing a written character on stage, singer, okay, acting and projecting the suggested emotion while utilizing my... I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. I mean, of course we can't confirm. He rambled on about something a bit further before stopping himself. Right! Ah, but where are my manners? Forte solo. Charmed, I'm sure. Oh, that line sounds familiar. Wait, is that a Forte song? Wait. I need to brush up on my music theory, I'm sorry, I haven't done that in years. He gave a deep bow as he introduced himself, slowly rose and went to look at the painting some more, indicating an end to the conversation. Okay, bye. Okay, so I guess that butterfly. It might come on. He sure has some interestingly placed dramatic moments. 'Tis the creed of a performer, I suppose. Let's go to the dark-haired student this time. I approached the student wearing the fur-lined jacket, with a lot of badges, sweet. So about the painting, I think I do see the dog. I actually do see the dog. I don't know about Echo Pine, but me, I do actually see a dog. You don't have to lie. I don't care about what it is. In fact, yeah, it's just the other guy was like, ugh. In fact, I don't even know what the painting is either, so I made something up. Okay, it's pretty... Sure, a dog is an easy thing to imagine. It's just a practice of oh, some big words here. Wow. What? The act of perceiving a subject or significance where there is no meaningful interpretation. For example, seeing objects in cloud formations or hearing indistinct voices and random noise. Okay, I'm learning some. How educational. And in this case, seeing a dog in an abstract painting. Dogs are common enough animals, yeah? Who doesn't like to think about dogs? I stared at the painting a bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into becoming what he says it was, even if he did make it up. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Isn't it a bit little cruel to make up something when he's so intense about it? I just wanted him to explain why he saw what he saw, but he really wouldn't. So much for friendly conversation, discussion. To each their own, I suppose, as you say. Well, anyway, I'm just going around meeting everyone. I would tell you my talent, if I had one. I'm the ultimate question mark. You don't have an ultimate title, or you can't remember. Oh my gosh. Huh? He seemed to be muttering something under his breath about my last statement, but I paid him no mind and waited for his response. So what's your name, talent? The ultimate puzzle master, Lyle Terminar. A connoisseur of word puzzles, block puzzles, escape room puzzles, the like. If there's a mastermind. We'll see. Now, if you don't mind, Lyle turned back to the painting, ending our conversation abruptly. Puzzles, huh? Maybe he was trying to unscramble the shapes in that painting. Alright, the last one. The pool mediator kind of character. The girl who was caught in the middle of the quarrel stepped down from the stage and left the other two to glare at each other in silence. Pandora Esper, nice to meet you. Oh, fancy. Likewise, I'm Echo Pine. Echo Pine. I hope we get along. So, I was informed that this little group of students is composed of students that have ultimate talents. Did you happen to have a title of some sort? Oh, sorry. Yes, the apron. The ultimate baker it is. Nice to meet you, Pandora Esper. And yourself? About that, I don't seem to know. I don't think I have one, if I'm being honest. That's no matter. It doesn't make you any more or less of a person. So, what do you think the painting is? I'm not really sure myself, but for something as ambiguous as that, it can be whatever the viewer wants it to be, n'est-ce pas? Why, are you French? I suppose so. Wait, I'm sorry, I did not process anything. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright. Okay, you got the bracelet. Okay, good. I don't know, I was thinking maybe whoever doesn't have one is suspicious. Maybe it's probably not as obvious as that. Oh, I did not keep an eye on that. Perhaps it isn't the subject of this piece that is most important, but rather it is the emotion it conveys to the individual. Someone had a... never mind. Black and white are striking colours to work with, are they not? There is a lot of symbolism behind these two simple colours. But I can only wonder if the artist behind the piece enjoyed creating it. The art wouldn't have come to life otherwise, so I don't see why not. I agree. Pandora, she's such a warm presence. Ashley and I left Forte and Lyle to have their spat in peace. Pandora stayed behind, trying to settle the two down. Forte and Lyle were kind of intense. I'd say Forte is. Lyle's probably just... He sure knows how to, like, adapt to a situation. He'd be a dangerous enemy, to be sure. Lyle. I'll say, I never had a sharp eye for art, so what they're talking about is beyond me. And Pandora is brave for trying to calm them down. Takes a certain kind of person to want to intervene when things get heated, huh? Okay, we're good. Alright, living quarter. Oh, we've seen everything. Wait, so how many students is that? So there were 5. Okay, there's 10 of us, right? Okay, after wandering around the first floor, Ashley and I paused in the living quarters hallway to gather our thoughts. Alright, so those are all available locations. Are all the available locations on this floor. I guess the rooms are interesting enough, but more importantly, I wonder just how many other students there are. There's 16 seats, but we only saw 10 people. What's going on? The other student from earlier, Kanon, just counted the doors, right? Why don't we go check it out? Oh, yes. Oh, we still don't know Kanon's talent. I'm not sure if name's going to help because I think canon might have something to do with music or sound. It's flower sound, I believe. I don't know if that means anything, but just throwing my thoughts out there because this is blind and I thought it'd be fun to throw that out there. Who knows if there are more students on other floors? There were stairs going up in the foyer, so we could check that area out too. And speaking of Kanon, I wonder what her talent is. That aside, how did I never know you had a super talent in horse racing? It just never came up. I knew a lot of people before you who didn't particularly care for how much time I spent at the stables and racetracks, so I just stopped bringing it up. Besides, it's just easier to tell people I tend to horses. So what does being an ultimate level jockey imply? Does that mean you win a lot? Come on, Echo, I don't want to bore you with superficial numbers. I'll just say my win percentage is 44% and top 3 percentage is 84%. I don't know what those numbers are supposed to mean. Anyway, I'm not just a horse girl. I have other pets too. Yeah, like your cat Applejack. Is Applejack okay? Of course you'd remember Applejack. How could I not? She clawed up all my school vests. And I couldn't pet her because my ankle... Wait. We have not brought up the ankle. What's going on? The deep ringing of... Did my ankle suddenly heal? We did not say anything. And we're walking fine, although sprained ankle. I'm not sure how much that affects your walking, but... Suspicious. What's going on? The deep ringing of the school bell rang across the halls, echoing through the building. Then an announcement came over what seemed to be hidden overhead speakers in the ceiling. Oh, creepy. It is now 9 AM. The second floor amenities are now open and will stay open until 7 PM. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it is the morning. So, to speak. Second floor. Do we get to meet more people? Maybe the other 6? After the announcement, we saw Pandora filter out one of the first floor rooms and into the halls. Oh, Ashley and Echo, would you like to visit the second floor with me? Sure, we were just wondering about it as well. It's not like we have anything else to do, right? By the way, did you get anything to eat from the dining hall? No, I was a little distracted by the whole alternate students thing. You're in luck. I made some croissants earlier. Here, help yourself. Wait, were you the ultimate kitchen hand? She produced two items folded in cloth from her apron pocket. I accepted the small cloth and covered the... Oh my gosh, I can't... Sorry, I'm so nervous. And unwrapped it carefully, revealing a small bite-sized croissant. A heavenly warm aroma filled the halls. I wish I can see it. Come on, CG. From the fragrance alone, I was enveloped in the comfort of feeling the sun's rays on my skin, because I'm probably not going to get any sun around here. Ashley and I took one bite each and bit into the flaky... Oh, took one each and bit into the flaky, buttery dough. A piece of chocolate inside melted as soon as it hit my tongue. It was smooth and rich, contrasting the light and sweet crumb of the dough housing it. Oh, CG, here we go. That's the ultimate baker for you. C'est délicieux. Merci, but it's nothing at all. I just really enjoy baking. Maybe I should give her a French accent. Never mind. The look on people's faces when they smell delectably fresh bread coming out of the oven. The warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you eat your favorite food. Such a feeling is priceless. Pandora was right. After enjoying the croissant, I felt an intense nostalgia for my younger days when I would spend summers running around outside, basking in the fresh afternoon sun. There was the power of the ultimate baker's delicacies to invoke a warmth and sense of familiarity. What a wonderful thing. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I notice you two are quite close. Have you met before? Echo's my best friend. We've known each other for 4 years now. Ooh. Ah, c'est très mimi. A long friendship is something to cherish. Definitely. Oh, wait. Eh? Oh, wait, sorry, wrong language. Sorry, I saw Mimi and I was like, ear? Wait, that's ear in Japanese. French, I'm not sure what it... Yeah, no, I don't have the clue. Never mind. Definitely, Echo's always been there for me, even if they are a little worrisome. Oh, do we go by they then? Oh, never mind. Hey, how could you say that? I'm just looking out for you. I kid, of course. I really appreciate your concern, but you should really think about yourself sometimes too. Pandora smiled sweetly as we had a little back and forth. Sorry. Why don't we get going? Yes, proceed. No worries, shall we? Alright, let's go. Second floor already. Wow. So much to uncover. The three of us walked back down the hallway toward the foyer, where the stairs to the second floor were... Hey Pandora, did you meet anyone else this morning? Anyone else? I can't say that I have. So far, I've only been acquainted with you two, Forte, and Lion. Sorry, I thought you might have run into a few others like we have. This morning I went to the dining hall in the theater. Unfortunately, Forte and Lyle kept me from going anywhere else with their argument. If we didn't see you, then you must have woken much earlier than us, huh? That's correct. I suppose you can say my internal clock has been tuned to my habits given my day-to-day life. Give me a moment. I wake up very early to make sure my dough from the night before has properly risen, prepare any glazes I might need, prep my workstation. But I must be boring you with my daily routine. Not at all, it's fascinating, honestly. Oh, you sweet Echo. Perhaps I'll invite you to help me tomorrow morning. Hopefully you'll wake at 4:30 a.m. Sure, I can't promise I'll be fully awake though. Pandora laughed lightly in jest as she went on her merry way up the stairs. Ashley and I followed suit, and we were met with another digital kiosk at the top of the staircase. The screen displayed another map, this time with the second floor locations: the atrium, the spa, the climbing center, and the jazz club. Oh, please give me a map after this. What kind of mansion has a climbing center in it? It has everything apparently. Maybe the owner is an eccentric rock climber. Are we going to meet the ultimate rock climber? Oh my god, boy. I think the assortment of activities is presented to cater to the unique talents of various students. In fact, the kitchen pantry has a wealth of resources. I was quite surprised to find such fresh and rare ingredients. I imagine other ultimate chefs would be pleased with the selection as well. That's a good point. There was a theatre on the first floor after all. Forte and other ultimate performers probably utilized the room as a place to further hone their skills. The Preservation Project. It seems like this group wanted to accommodate a myriad of intense and unique students. I wonder what kind of group had the ability to provide such a vast selection of activities and resources. Where to first? I'm curious about the climbing center. This mansion must be huge if it can house something exciting like that there. I'd like to see the spa lounge. It must be a lovely, relaxing place. Echo, why don't you decide? Okay. Let's just go top to bottom. Let's explore the spa lounge. We inspected the map for a route to the spa and made our way there in no time at all. Ooh. Ooh, fancy. The spa lounge was serene and welcoming. A shallow pool was laid into the marble floor. A mesmerizing opalescent ceiling mirrored the pool above it. Several simple relaxation lounges lined the walls for general leisure. Off to the side was a storeroom stocked with perfumery and inventory of scented oils, bath soaps, and skincare products. Just by the storeroom doorway sat a familiar kiosk. I'd love to spend some time here. Pandora sat in one of the lounge chairs, stretching her arms above her head before relaxing her hands on her lap. But now that I think about it, are facilities like this meant to be self-run by the residing students? Pandora brought up an interesting observation. The kitchen offered fully automated meals, but they still provided the option of having the student utilize the kitchen and tools. Peeking into the storeroom, I saw a separate hallway of individual private rooms labeled for certain services. Facial, massage, aromatherapy. You might be right. There are all these little specialized rooms with all sorts of specific equipment. If you consider my talent in arts, there might be a racetrack or golf course outside, along with other outdoor recreation talents like angling or skiing. Perhaps that would be a very exciting prospect. That could mean that all the other facilities and activities have features that are tuned accordingly to certain talents. Yeah, just from a glance, I figured the study was just a library, but I suppose there are resources there as well that are fitted for talents that require research or writing. To think such an extraordinary place existed to benefit the many pursuits of equally extraordinary people. So, do either of you have anything special to train for being an ultimate student? Je ne pense pas. Although, some could say I've been too much. I simply suspect my pastries have ended up in the right hands for me to be considered. I really don't do anything special either. I also race quite a bit, but most of my time is spent plainly practicing. Like Pandora, there might have been a scout in the audience. I honestly couldn't say. I see. Just putting in the hours, so to speak, huh? Perhaps we were just lucky enough to have been selected for this opportunity to meet others from cut from the same cloth, right? I couldn't agree more. I'm very charmed to be in such delightful company. Neither of them seemed to do anything particularly intensive to earn their title. I wondered about the others, whether or not they were trained, or if they too were just lucky enough to be selected. Ultimate charisma, I'm not agree. The ultimate charisma. You either have it or you don't. After taking a beat to relax in the spa lounge, we made our way to the climbing center next. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, here you go, Ashley. Whoa, the climbing center was a vibrant, spacious place. The artificial rock and arch formations that carved the walls and reached upwards of what looked to be 3 stories high toward a bright, naturally lit ceiling. Off to the side was a preparation locker room full of ropes and harnesses, as well as a small vending machine full of energy drinks and water bottles. This place is huge. I can't imagine how anyone gets up there. I craned my neck up, inspecting the array of colorful grips that dotted the sprawling ascending surface. The hanging ropes disappeared into the distance of the light. The world is certainly full of interesting people and talents. And there's a will, there's a way. Pandora poked from under one of the arch formations, just as taken with the incredible height as I was. That's for sure. I'm an athlete, but I can't say I excel here. I don't really have a good tolerance for heights. If you don't mind my asking, how did you two discover your talents anyway? Ooh. Wait for the free time events! Anyway, I was raised in the countryside on a farm, so it probably came to me like second nature. Okay. As a child, going to the racetrack with my father was honestly just another errand. That is, until he let me ride the horses myself. I felt a love for the exhilarating competition at that point. I was homeschooled by my mothers, one a teacher and one a prolific baker. They taught me everything I know about baking. I also cherished the enjoyment people felt when tasting my baked goods. Eventually, I too felt a love for the task at hand. You two are truly incredible. Echo, you're an incredible person too. Don't let labels deter you from speaking to us as anything but your peers. I don't know about that. Yeah, Echo, don't think too much about the title stuff. We're still people, you know. Don't think too much about the title stuff. Such a remarkable feat would be difficult to put aside. They were so humble when talking about their ultimate talents. I wondered if I could ever measure up. Maybe we just lost our memory somehow? I don't know. No, that's... We'll see. Wandering around our last destination, we finally came across the jazz club. It was a welcoming venue. Warm furniture and lighting gave the room an air of a casual elegance. Table settings for the audience... Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 15 seats on screen. I counted 15. What's going on? Okay, they're definitely setting up for 16, but we haven't met anybody new yet. What's going on? Our table settings for the audience occupied the majority of the space, with a small stage in the corner of the performers. The close proximity between the two made this seem that much more intimate. A small green room was behind the stage curtains, and connected to it was the equipment and instrument storage. The bar opposite the stage had shelves upon shelves of beverages locked behind a sturdy glass case. A pretty classy atmosphere, huh? I wonder how many ultimate talents have toured this room for performances. Many, I'm sure. It's well kept among the rest of the room, so it'd be no surprise one would feel comfortable here. Then a thought crossed my mind. Do you think I could be some kind of ultimate jazz performer? Or ultimate bartender? Have you ever handled an instrument before? Or mixed beverages? Who knows? Maybe if I pick something up, I'll suddenly be stricken with an ultimate talent revelation and play like a pro. Cyrus said maybe it's an innate trait and waiting to be discovered. It just occurred to me that perhaps these rooms aren't just for students with existing skills, but they could also be a sandbox for budding talents. I suppose there's no harm in trying. Why not? I'd like to see the moment a talent has been realized. Relieved that you supported my odd idea, I felt a strange confidence rising. Cheerfully, I went behind the stage and picked up an instrument I thought would suit me. Ashley and Pandora both took a seat in the front row and watched in anticipation. I felt like a kid going through a toy box with how many options there were. How about this cello? Go for it! Pandora gleefully cheered me on as I gripped the bow and placed my fingers on the strings across the neck. I laid the bow across the strings. I was nervous, but if what Cyrus said was true, that my talent was waiting to be discovered, I couldn't wait to realize it. I took a deep breath and drew the bow. And then... Oh. The sound I created tore through the air like a giant rubber duck was being unceremoniously stepped on. It was awful. I saw Ashley and Pandora flinch from the sound, but they still put on a brave face for my sake. I chuckled nervously and placed the instrument back where it originally was. I guess that's not it, huh? I wobbled off the stage and plopped down wearily at the table with Ashley and Pandora. I was beyond embarrassed. Don't despair, you just haven't found it yet. Don't despair. You know what game this is. Yeah, Echo, not just anyone can handle an instrument. I mean, I thought that thing was supposed to be played like a giant guitar? I'm surprised you even knew how to approach holding it. I've seen performers before, so I just imitated what I saw. Oh, that makes sense. Pandora held my hand in a firm grasp. Listen, we're going to find out what your talent is. If we have to play 100 instruments poorly, at least we'll know we're one step closer to reaching our goal. Pandora reassured me and Ashley gave me a warm smile. Thank you too. Come on, let's keep exploring. Okay. Thank you. We left the jazz club. Outside the room, we ran into an unperturbed Cyrus and Lyle in the hallway at the foot of the entryway. Ah, yes, the two calm ones. Alright, hello there, having a fulfilling time exploring? Totally. I still feel a little exasperated from the cello mishap, but I'm trying to play it off as best as I could. What's up with you two? Don't tell me you're already tired. There's still a lot to explore. Lyle, please. It isn't a race to make ourselves familiar with all the different rooms. No, actually, we were just about done over here anyway. It's just my luck that the room appeared to be soundproof. Based on their lack of adverse reaction, it seems neither Cyrus nor Lyle heard the disastrous sound of the cello being poorly utilized. Then the sound of ringing and a voice rang out through the speakers. Your attention please. All students assemble in the second floor atrium for a special welcoming ceremony. The five of us collectively made our way to the requested location, chatting about our discoveries along the way.